Hello, Central Oregon. Eric Pasha here with Home Source of Neighbor Impact. I'm back today with our very own Victoria Vale, homeownership counselor extraordinaire. If you want to hear about all of the good stuff that she does on a daily basis, you'll have to join us for our first video. That's right, folks. This is part 2 of us discovering what's going on with my mortgage, where I discover how the mortgage industry has changed over just the last few weeks. Victoria, again, thank you for being here.
Again, my pleasure. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. Today, we're going to be talking all about forbearance and what that process looks like. Last time we talked about foreclosure. If you've got questions about that process, feel free to join us in our previous video. Today, it's all about forbearance. So here's the first question. What is forbearance and how have my options changed to take advantage of that just in the last few months?
Okay, thank you. First of all, what is forbearance? Forbearance is being given specific permission by your lender to stop making mortgage payments for a period of time. It is important that you get that permission and don't just stop making your mortgage payments. Okay. Number 2, how has that process changed? Well, right now, if you have a government-backed loan, an FHA, a VA loan, a HUD loan, or your loan is backed by Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, then you are eligible to get up to a 6-month forbearance period. So you could miss 6 monthly mortgage payments. But it gets better than that. From what I'm hearing in the industry, almost all private investors, and you may or may not know if you have a private investor, but they are almost all agreeing to the same forbearance principles as the government-backed loan. What you need to do, you need to call your lender and ask for forbearance.
I see. Perfect. So this would be excellent for me if I were struggling to make my mortgage payment. Maybe I've already missed a mortgage payment. This is right where we need to be right now for those types of folks.
Exactly. What I'm hearing is that most lenders are automatically, without documentation, approving a forbearance period for the first 3 months.
Wow.
Then if you are still in need of forbearance after missing 3 payments, you call your lender again and you ask for an extension for the second 3 months.
Excellent.
It is even possible right now that you could get that 6 months extended again. So it's going to be in 3-month increments. You're going to call, get approved for the first 3 months, call again, get approved for the second 3 months, and so on, up to potentially a year of full missed payments. But of course, as soon as you can start making your payments again, it's important to do so.
Right, exactly. That's a fantastic point. So my next question was about what forbearance options have made available to me recently. Well, one, the paperwork requirement has gone way down for me to apply, but you're also saying that I may have 3 months of missed payments forbeared, up to 6 months, up to even 12 months if necessitated by my financial situation.
Yes, absolutely. Now, what is very important is if you get a forbearance, and first of all, your lender is going to know whether or not you have a government-backed loan, one of those special loans I talked about at the beginning. But regardless, you are going to want to ask about what happens at the end of that forbearance period. Again, most lenders I'm hearing from are tacking those missed payments to the back of the mortgage. So let's say you have a 30-year fixed mortgage and you just got into it this year of 2020. Well, then these 3 or 4 or 5 missed payments would just simply be added to the end of that mortgage period. So in 2050, you would have to come up with those additional payments. But you want to make sure to ask. Traditionally, with a forbearance period, the lender could require you to make all of those payments up at one time. But with FHA, VA, USDA, HUD loans, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac loans, those loans are automatically getting that repayment put on the end of the loan. If you have a private investor, and again, your lender will be able to answer that question, you need to ask, How are they going to accept that reinstatement? How are they going to start accepting your payments again? Hopefully, the answer will be that they will simply tack it on to the end of the loan. That's what I'm hearing, but you want to know upfront.
I see. So two important points there. One, I do have relief options available to me, and I should be taking advantage of those if it's necessary for my situation. And two, my lender is really going to help me have a clear understanding of what that looks like specifically to my loan and to my situation.
Exactly. So again, call your lender. Don't be afraid of your lender.
Fantastic. So I think we've got this question answered a few times, but let's be very, very clear. If I'm having trouble making my mortgage payment and maybe I've already missed a payment, what are some of the first steps that I should take?
The very first step you should do is call your lender.
Ah, interesting. I knew that was coming.
Yes, I am on repeat here.
Good. And so have an honest conversation with them about your situation, how that's changed over the last few weeks with everything going on, and then they will help you decide how to take action.
Absolutely. And if you still have questions, call your local housing counseling agency. In Central Oregon, that's Neighbor Impact, but people may see this who aren't in Central Oregon. There are housing counselors. You can go on the HUD website to find a local housing counseling agency, and they will have specialists who can help you.
Excellent. I think that's a great consideration, Victoria. Again, thank you so much for your time here and for all that you're doing for us here in Central Oregon. It's been a pleasure to have you.
It's my pleasure. Have a great day.
Excellent. This has been our second part of what's going on with my mortgage. If you missed the first part, please go back and join us. But again, my name is Eric Pasha with Home Source of Neighbor Impact. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourself.